So here is the first phase that we are experiencing so far this morning across Minneapolis. That's where we do have winter weather alerts that span for today. And some snow is already falling across parts of the northern tier where we have winter weather alerts that span all the way from Montana to Wisconsin for an additional accumulation of snow that could be just a few inches. Again, this initial phase that we're experiencing is not going to be nearly as impactful as that blizzard. But again, just the story that winter is not giving up just yet. So let's take a closer look at when some of these impacts could occur across parts of the central portion of the U.S. And we jump into Monday for this to look at the overall setup. What we initially have right now is this front that's going to slice through, and then behind it we'll have some Arctic air that's going to fuel in across parts of the northern tier, Ohio Valley, and northeast. And then this high pressure is still going to take shape across the northeast. And with that clockwise flow, you have this constant supply of cold air that's just going to be in place. But then meantime, what we also have is going to be some moisture that's going to stream up from the Gulf and from the south. And that moist air is going to overrun this cold, dense air that's down at the surface. So that's going to lend itself to this setup where we could have some ice that moves on, and you can definitely see that highlighted here. This is one of those winter weather impacts that could actually be the least that you cheer for in terms of what you could get, because freezing rain can cause a lot of issues on the roads. But there's also the chance for some rain on the southern edge of this as well. So we look at the snow forecast, and this goes Sunday night and into Tuesday across parts of the Midwest. Not a whole lot with this one. I think generally maybe less than an inch for a good swath of the region. You go farther up toward the Great Lakes region, that's where you could have 1 to 3 inches. You look at the probability that we do get 3 inches or higher, and when you think about a plowable snow, that's going to be 2 inches or higher. So there's still a lower end threat that we could have 3 inches or higher. I would say that, again, it's going to be areas that are farther north on the northern tier of things where you have that better shot at picking up more in the way of accumulation. Then you look at 6 inches for the probability, and that amount really goes down. So again, we're looking like in terms of the amount that we could accumulate, it's going to be a lower end event. But the ice forecast is one to watch out for. That could be parts of Kansas into Missouri. You have it highlighted across Michigan, and then further east of the Ohio River Valley, where here we could get around 1/10 of an inch of ice or less. And even if you do get that amount, it's enough to cause some issues that'll be out on the roads. So I'll walk you through our future radar, what you can expect. This is waking up tomorrow morning, and it's fairly quiet. It's as we get into the afternoon and evening, some of this precipitation really starts to get going across parts of Missouri and into Illinois. You can see there's really going to be a defining line where you have some snow to the north, rain to the south, and in that transition zone, that's where you have some of that ice could be mixing in, and that looks like it's highlighted across northern Missouri. This threat continues to shift to the east as we get into Monday. So Monday, I think most of us will be looking at more of a rain, but there could be some ice mixing in for some of the higher elevations of West Virginia and into PA. So looking at the day planner for the Midwest, plan on Tuesday being a soggy one for those locations.